Yay!
Yay!
Good morning, world. So we're
Good
here.
morning, world. Yes, beautiful.
Yeah, we're here for the JJ Van Zon and Vanessa Wallace Monday morning show. 8
Yes.
o'clock UK time and 9 o'clock European time, South African time, other places. If you're watching for other places in the world, welcome. And if you're watching from the UK, welcome too. So this morning, we've just decided to meet to just kind of have a chat, see where everything is with everybody. If you join us, please feel free to put some comments in the comment box, ask us some questions. But we had a little bit of a theme today, which was all about thoughts and overwhelm and how our thoughts can kind of get into a bit of a cycle, and then we find ourselves in overwhelm. What do you think about that, JJ? Do you think that's something that you experience with your clients?
Well, yeah, and of course I experience myself every day as well, because you're
Yeah,
always confronted with situations, with feelings, with thoughts, um, and because we are not raised in a way to deal with thoughts, we are not creating awareness of like, oh, I'm not my thoughts, and I have negative thoughts and I have positive thoughts, and I can choose what thoughts I give charge to, right? So
absolutely.
because
Yeah.
we're not having that understanding and knowledge and awareness, we create that cycle, and this is how we become a victim of our own thoughts.
Yeah.
And that's that overwhelming part.
Yeah, I love that bit that you say that we become a victim, and none of us really want to be victims, do we? But what can happen is that we can just become, yeah, as you say, like our thoughts are really powerful, and they can just completely overwhelm us. So in a way, we are becoming a victim.
Yeah, but the thing is, you allow your thoughts to overwhelm you, even if you do it unconsciously, in the not knowing,
Mm.
in the unknown, but you are allowing your thoughts to overwhelm you.
Yeah.
So there lies the answer.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. But when I work with my clients, and for myself as well, what I had to learn was actually there was a process going on behind that actually, and that's why sometimes I was like, no, I can't control my thoughts. I was like, no, I can't, and however much people said to me, look, you can control your thoughts. I was like, no, I can't. What does this mean? How can I do this? And it's actually, it's not difficult, but it's being able to notice your thoughts first and recognize that we have them, because what we get as well is feelings. So we get feelings in between the thoughts, and the feelings are always linked to the thoughts. So for instance, we could have a feeling really down, okay, just really fed up. You get up in the morning and you feel really fed up. Okay, now that will be the result of some thoughts that maybe you've had the night before, or in the morning when you wake up. Your first thought might be, oh, I'm going to swear. Oh shit, it's another day.
Or it could also be a result of a dream that you had.
Could be, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So that's a subconscious thought. But the end result from those thoughts, you'll wake up with this feeling, this kind of like, oh, feeling. I mean, I still get that sometimes. I still
Me
get it,
too.
in the morning, and I've had it quite a lot recently. So it's then becoming aware of what your thoughts actually are that are linked into that feeling. So it might be there might be some negative thoughts, but what you can do is bring in some positive thoughts to try and counteract that feeling. So it's like, okay, well, oh goodness, it's another day. But then if you bring in some gratitude, it's like, okay, well, yeah, it's another day, but what I can do today is maybe get up and make myself some nice breakfast, or I can get up and go for a walk, and I can enjoy the beauty of nature. So it's trying to bring in some positive thoughts. Can you hear my cat?
No, I can't.
Just crying at the door. Let me
Okay.
in.
No, 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 no.
She wants to be
No.
part of this live, obviously.
Everyone wants to be part of this. Yeah.
So, are you following me? Am I talking complete? No,
You're
I'm not even
rubbish.
going to say
Yes,
that.
you're rubbish. No.
You see, that's the
No,
next
no, no.
level.
It's totally true.
Mm,
Because but the you so blah 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 blah. You talked about gratitude, and you talked about I can make myself a bowl of good breakfast or etc. And that is something that you can plan to do, which is also very good, because you're planning your day with stuff that makes you feel good, which is
mm,
nice because you get
yeah.
nice thoughts. But what I always do in the morning, and I have a little bit of hay fever at the moment, so
Mm,
every morning I wake up feeling very heavy, and the first thing that comes to my mind is, oh, I don't want to get out of bed, I don't want to start this day. It's the first thing.
yeah.
So gratitude, what you mentioned, Vanessa, was amazing, because in that moment I shift, when I'm aware of it, I shift my thinking, and I'm thanking my bed, and I'm thanking my body for taking care of me. And of course, next to me lies my beautiful husband. So I'm thanking that he's here, and I'm thanking my life. And immediately in that moment, it already shifts. And that
Mm,
makes it easier for me to be nice to me, to have that beautiful breakfast or to have that walk.
yeah. And when you have those thoughts, how do your feelings change? So you wake up and you're feeling like low and fed up. When you have those, when you bring in, because you have to actively bring them in, like you're saying, you actually have to force them in a way, not force them, but make them happen. We have to do a bit of work here. How then do your feelings change?
Well, it doesn't magically disappear all the negativity. The
No.
negativity is still there, but because you are taking awareness of that positivity and you're making an effort, you're doing your best, it shifts. There's a balance. And with that, I have the courage and the confidence to get out of bed and to
Mm,
start my thing. But if that positive side is not being thought about, then I only have that overwhelming negative side. And yeah,
mm,
then I can stay in bed,
yeah.
right? And I can take this back to when I was depressed, take this back to everything in my life, actually. And this is what is um, keeping me in balance, keeping me centered, that I also have to put that effort in for that positivity.
Yeah. And you said it. You said I feel courageous and confident. So instead of feeling fed up, down, miserable, you start to feel courageous and
Yeah,
confident
you
because
can
of
you
those
can
new
say
thoughts.
to yourself, um, instead of no, I cannot, oh, I cannot, I feel overwhelmed, I don't want to do this. You can say to yourself, hey, I found something, the confidence, a light, or whatever. Yes, I can do this,
Mm, yeah,
and that will eventually take you to the next level.
yeah. I'm going to try and share my little diagram because I have done the
Ooh,
diagram. So it's like
you daredevil.
tech. Yeah, I'm a tech queen this morning. We shall see how this goes. But this little diagram describes exactly what we're talking about. So,
Awesome. I have a couple of minutes, so take your time.
so I am sharing my screen. Can you see that on?
Oh my God, you are so amazing.
Is that come up?
For me, it has. It's a Word document. Yeah.
Yes. I don't think that it's on the live though. Oh, hang on. The live has just gone blank.
Oh,
Bear with us, people. We're doing this. We are in control here. I'm just going to look on my page and okay, 2 seconds. JJ, please talk.
yes. Okay. So we were talking about overwhelm and the negative thoughts. So what Vanessa said about the tool is here gratitude. So if you already say thank you for your beating heart, that already makes the balance go back. Yes. So if you're in a seesaw, you just pretend a seesaw in the playground, and you want to sit on, and you're sitting on one. You need that balance. So there's negativity and positivity, and you are in the middle. You are still the CEO. So you're in the middle of that seesaw, and you have to have that imbalance.
Yeah.
Because when you're centered and in balance from that point of view, you are able to, you're the strongest mentally, physically, and you have all the knowledge and awareness at your feet.
Yeah.
How about that?
I've looked, I don't think I managed to share the screen, which is a shame, but actually it's behind me as well. There's a
You
little
have a plan B.
and you were talking about balance there.
Yeah.
So I hope this is the right way around, but I don't, if you can see.
Yeah, it's the right way around.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got here what we spoke about, the negative thought when we wake up. So we started with the feeling that if you have a negative thought, that leads to a negative feeling. So when we have thoughts, they make feelings. It's not things that happen that make feelings, it's our thoughts about them. So, you know, if you have lots of people in a room and there's a fire alarm, people feel differently about it. Some people feel panicky, some people feel, oh, it's okay, they feel calm, and it's because of their thoughts. So we each have different thoughts about things. So that negative feeling, so then if we feel panic, so it's like the negative thought might be, oh my goodness me, I'm going to burn, you know, which is quite dramatic. But maybe that person's been in a fire before, so that's why they have that thought. That may come from a trauma, a previous trauma. So then we have this negative thought, then we end up with another negative feeling. So we might then feel complete, almost like an overwhelm. So that's where we get to this overwhelm, because the thoughts just build up. And what we need to do is exit somewhere, come out. We need to come off the thoughts and change the thoughts, and then it won't spiral. So it's a spiral that we can get into sometimes. And I love what you said there about the balance, actually having some balance.
Yeah.
And you know, you do the me time moments, and you know, they are so important. The me time that you do on your lives every morning you do them.
Every morning at 8 a.m. Central European, so that's 7 in the UK.
Yeah.
I'm on my YouTube channel doing a meditation, a guided meditation, for as long as the lockdown here in the Holland, in the Netherlands lasts, and that's now till the 20th of May. So I'm quite there for a couple of days more.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of days, quite a few days, 20 days.
I know, but if I may, because what you're explaining now is that overwhelming cycle, and that overwhelming cycle, just to put it into a yoga perspective, if you're stuck in that overwhelming cycle, your body is in a fight and flight mode, and it's always active. We call that the sympathetic nervous system. That's the active one, and there you go. But to be healthy, you also need that parasympathetic nervous system that calms you down, right? So, but you can imagine if you're always in that circle and there's no stopping there, you don't have that parasympathetic cycle that calms you down. So this is why a lot of people now are very in a high, always active, always afraid, always in overwhelm, always... this leads to burnout, anxiety, panic attacks, because you're always on that high. And I don't mean this as the high frequency that we talk about in the spiritual world. No, this is the high there, and you need to calm down. And this is why yoga is now so popular, because people have a little moment where they can calm down, where they can let go of that. And of course, it's kind of a lot of people now also use yoga just for a way out, just have that 1 hour and then they go back into it, which is obviously not the right way to do it, because yoga is kind of a philosophy, and it's a lifestyle.
Mm.
What I do on the mat, I take off the mat with me, just to break that cycle, just to create that awareness that of the positivity, so that a calmness and positivity, if you're on the seesaw, can create that balance back.
Yeah, yeah. And there's a really important point there. And I'm going to go over to the comments in a minute because there's a couple of comments. But we need to give that space, that time to bring down that overwhelm, because it needs space. We almost need to honor that space. And that's why yoga is so great, because even if you're busy, you go to a yoga class and you get that time. You're kind of forced into it. It's that. I mean, I know for some of the people that I work with, they say, it's so difficult doing the yoga because my head's still fast and busy. But if you keep doing it, you will find it will calm down.
Yeah.
And because you have to focus on your body. This is my impression of it anyway. I don't know huge amounts about yoga. I'm not a yoga expert, but I know for me, it's really, really helped me to get that, to calm my mind, to get that space, because I'm focusing on something else.
Yeah. And the whole idea that I loved about Hatha Yoga that I studied in India is that it's when you're already overwhelmed in your mind, and your mind has no moment to calm down, it's far easier to focus first on the body. Because when you focus on the body or your breath, it's in the present moment, but it also takes you away from that mind.
Yeah.
And then when your body is more healthy and etc., then you are equipped enough to fight that circle, fight fear or negativity that is overwhelming you. So basically, it's an easier way in when you connect with the body.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sarah's here this morning. She's saying morning, Vanessa and JJ.
Hello,
Morning,
Sarah.
Yeah. And there was a big no there. I think it was no when I tried to share the screen, because I looked on the page and I thought, oh no, it's not doing it. So that's something I've got to work out how to do. But I think this is a really good moment, because we're talking about the combination of what we do. So I've done my kind of psychology bits on the board. I've talked through, things mentioned things like trauma, previous thoughts, our thought processes, having to kind of build in positive thoughts and ways to do that. And you supported that, but you've also brought in the yoga aspect and the meditation aspect. And that's why we work together, isn't it, JJ?
Yeah, it's I think it's the whole package. We complement each other. First and foremost, we have experienced both what the people that we work with are struggling with, and we took that in. We dealt with that in different areas, which is now our area of expertise, and those both they complement each other.
Yeah, absolutely. So, if you come and work with me, JJ and I can say, come on one of our retreats, you get both those aspects together. So I believe, and from the results that some of our clients get, your chances of recovery and feeling better as well within yourself. So understanding yourself. I said the benefits are that you understand yourself, you understand what's going on with you and why you feel the way you do. You also hear about people who've been through, like myself and JJ, but maybe other people in the group as well, who've been through experiences of anxiety, depression, addictions, and they're coming out the other side. And they have lots of ways that you can do that, different ways, because it is different for everybody, what really suits you. And then we have you, JJ, with your experience of the yoga and your teaching, and of course your absolute energy, which brings that positivity. And somebody mentioned it to me the other day that they loved your energy, And
Well,
I think,
it's not only about, and these are serious topics, and it's a serious issue if you
mm,
are depressed or if you have anxiety or any other suffering from that moment. But you know, again, we're back. The seesaw is my thing for this call.
seesaw
There, on
call.
the other hand, there's also the entertainment and the laughter and
Yeah.
the smiles and the fun. You know,
Oh, yeah.
don't forget that
Mm,
life is not all that serious. And if you take it too serious, you're getting into that state where ego, really, that influence of fear, can grab you.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Sarah said the chart is good. It resonates with me this morning. That's brilliant. I'm really pleased. I'm really glad that that has kind of resonated as well. And, you know, I hope as well, if anyone else is watching this on replay, I mean, please, if you have any questions, you know, please contact me. You can email me, vanessa@crystalclearcoaching.org. But also, you know, I do want to mention about our retreat, which is coming up end of May, the 24th to the 26th of May. And if this is resonating with you and you're thinking, yeah, I could really do with some of this. I mean, this is a time where we're all having to sit back. Well, not all of us, but a lot of us. Um, I'm not going to generalize because I know there's a lot of people out there who are working really, really hard and probably don't have time to think. And I honor those people. I really do. But then there's the other side where there's everybody who's at home. You may be being furloughed from work, or, you know, or in the unfortunate situation of having lost your work, or maybe you're just still in work, but rethinking things. Or maybe you're recognizing that you've been feeling quite low or depressed, or you had anxiety for many years, or maybe you've had addictions, or an addiction popped back in during this time. If you're thinking and resonating with what JJ and I are saying, the retreat would be absolutely perfect for you. You know, we take you through 3 days of a journey of connection with yourself and with other people, connection with myself and JJ, and learning about all these techniques.
And it's a
And
virtual retreat this
it's
time.
virtual, yes. So on this, not like on the Facebook Live, but JJ and I are filming this on an application called Zoom, which you're probably familiar with. A lot of people are getting to know what Zoom is now, but
You
it's
have
so easy.
you have the password, so everything is safe.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's one of my most paramount things is I always want people to be safe in our group. So it's, you know, it's confidential. It's a real time out space for you. So if you can carve out those 3 days, we'd absolutely love to have you. So just send me a message, Vanessa@crystalclearcoaching.org. What I'm also going to do on the page is I'm going to put an event on the page today on the Crystal Clear Retreats page. So you can tap in there, you can message in there, you can personal message on, you know, through the Crystal Clear Retreats. But yeah, you know, give yourself that chance. You know, it will be worth it, believe me. Both JJ and I have been through this journey, and you know, we're here on the other side of it now. You know, and life is wonderful. It really is, and it doesn't. It's that victim thing that you spoke about. It doesn't have to be. We don't have to be victims. You know,
Yeah.
you can be. I call it. We can be volunteers. We can volunteer
Yeah, and
for a good
it's
life.
not like that feeling or that fear will ever go away. Fear is always there,
Mm,
but you are creating a coping mechanism to see it, to recognize it, so you can still uh, be authentic or something.
mm.
If that makes it clear.
Yeah, absolutely. Authenticity, another topic. Maybe we'll do
Yes,
that
I
next week.
know.
Being in alignment with ourselves. That is
Yes, next week, fighting crime
so.
with
Well,
Vanessa and JJ.
it's been absolutely brilliant today. And thank you to everybody who's watched. Thank you, Sarah, for being here. And I think a couple of other people popped in. If you're watching this on replay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Or even if it's in the evening, maybe it's your evening and you're watching this. But thank you anyway. Sending lots of lots of love out to you all, and take care. Have a great day, evening.
And maybe see you next week.
Yes, same time, 8 o'clock UK, 9 o'clock Europe. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.